welcome to Grown Man Record Night.
It's a party in your pants.
It's a party in your pants, JC.
Every Friday night.
Every Friday night. It's what we do here, folks. It's what the hell we do here. Cubs are in first place, Jay.
That's what I hear. They got a good team this year. My Nationals aren't doing too well at the moment.
You're a National fan now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Family in D.C., we're big Redskins fans, so when they got a baseball team...
Well, you should talk to the Bossman, because he is actually an old Expos fan.
Switched over to the Nationals.
Yeah, so he, of course, by default, pulls for the Nationals, I'm sure.
We'll strike up that conversation.
You should do that.
In the house.
Let's call him right now. Let me get his number out.
Let's
give Bossman's number out to everybody.
Send him a message on MySpace for me.
Yeah, I will.
He'll respond to that a lot quicker.
Oh, yeah. He's a big MySpace guy, the Bossman is. Old Boink Swag.
I got a new GeoCities webpage. Can I plug that?
No, this is an Angel Fire show. It's Angel Fire, or you can kick rocks, baby.
It's impressive, you know, about Angel Fire.
Oh, Angel Fire, yeah. GeoCities, what you want? Either one, but really, this is an Angel Fire website. I mean,
powered by Angel Fire.
This show is powered by Angel Fire. I don't know. So we got Jay joining us here in the studio. Old Thunderfoot, the Kerbis.
Good to be here on a Friday night.
Damn straight. Check out our YouTube page, folks. If you ain't hip to the skip, get the hell with it. What the hell are you waiting on now? Get on down now. Hip.
I'll subscribe.
You should sub on it.
It gives me a nice message every Saturday when the show's uploaded.
Oh, hell. Oh, you get a message about it?
Oh, I get like it's like I had a Samsung phone. It gives you a little alert on top of your phone.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Also, check out our Facebook page. I'm trying to be better, man. Now that I've been real busy and shit, it's hard for me to upload new ideas and whatnot. And I'll have more ideas for you.
Is that a Hank Williams song?
We'll have things you'll want to talk about.
Twitter page.
No, Mr. Rogers.
Twitter page.
I kind of messed it up. Who does?
You.
I got a Twitter page.
The show.
No.
No Twitter?
I have a Twitter.
Yeah, but the show doesn't have one?
The show doesn't have one. I know. Sean's kind of been on my ass a little bit about that. I should have done that already.
Twitter, though, which they're all the similar services. You can if you have it linked up, you can tweet from your phone or wherever you tweet from.
Get that mic on up there. You look low, Jay. I need you to project.
I'm working the business like
you got to talk like a grown-up now. Make it work.
But you can tweet, and then you can set it to where it sends out to your Facebook, and it.
No, I do that. I do that, but I don't.
You do that.
I don't do that with the Grown Man Record Night page.
But you do that.
I do that. I've been known.
Is it brown?
It's doo-doo brown, for sure.
For shizzle.
I'm not as good about sending things to the Facebook page since I've been so busy, but I've been trying.
I got my Instagram set up tonight.
I used to post articles and people talking about music business and whatnot. I don't do that as much anymore, but I want to get a little bit better about doing it again.
Yeah.
Jay?
Follow me on Twitter at GMRN_.
No.
JB.
Oh, yeah? You going to do a GMRNJB? Is that yours already?
No.
Oh.
Don't follow me yet. Wait a day or two. I'll set it up. I'll tweet for the show. How about that?
Hey, check this out. I got a new beer I've been checking out from, it's an Anheuser-Busch. It ain't like it's a micro brew or nothing. Occulto. It's, if you remember the old Tequiza back in the day.
Looks like
it tastes very similar to Tequiza. It's very light and crisp, but it's 6% alcohol. I mean, it'll put it on you now.
Scary label.
Woo! And it's got the skull, and if you look through the eyeballs, if it glows green in the eyes, it means it's cold. It's one of those
that's crazy.
cold activated. Yes, if you look through the eyes, you see the green and the.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah, I know.
My son would not like that.
It's like a Day of the Dead Mexican skull.
I'm not a big Mexican beer fan. Never have been.
Oh, but I just thought about a Mexican skull, and you fill it with nacho cheese.
What do you call it? Skull cheese. Nah.
That's not very inventive. I didn't like that at all, Jay.
I'm not a very creative person.
I didn't like that at all. I think you could have done a lot better with that.
I'm in bad. I'm not real creative these days. I've been through a bad phase the last few years. I used to be really creative.
Heroin, man, it'll put it on you. You know?
Yeah.
You sacrifice a lot of your life when you choose to do heroin.
Every time I get out of rehab, though, I feel creative. And then
Sure.
about the 8th time, it just went
Yeah.
away.
It dwindles.
It's like a Hollywood celebrity. You know?
Like sands in the hourglass and love upon a cheery light.
Is that Days of Our Lives?
I don't know, but this is
Yeah, you like that.
this is good stuff. It's light and crisp, and it's got a lot of alcohol in it. That's right.
What's occulto mean? Cult?
That cult. Ian.
You can't. Ian Asbury. You can't really.
Asbury?
That's a walking a thin line though with that. You know, with the whole cult and
Well, I figured
skulls. I mean,
if you're going to be a heathen and drink alcoholic beverages, you might as well drink one that's going to help you worship the devil.
well, yeah, but I mean,
Why would you not? Why would you? Hey, you know, tomorrow, big day in the record community.
Yeah.
It's record store day.
That's what I hear.
And we wish all of our friends out here in the local record store community, the folks that own the stores that we're cool with and
Yeah.
hook us up so much throughout the year. Hope they make a shit ton of money, man. It's a big day for them.
I hear that's a big day tomorrow.
It's a big day, and all of our friends that are going out there and camping out in line trying to get some shit that's
I don't really have any
jazzed
friends.
about.
What are you talking? Who are you talking about? I don't have any friends. You're just
Internet
that's
friends.
TV
TV friends.
Yeah.
But you know, everybody that's going out there and like staking out something you really hope to get, I hope you get it, man.
Yeah.
And good luck to you. It's not my deal
No.
necessarily.
I did it last year for the first time. I mean, I'm not necessarily a newbie when it comes to collecting them all. I went through a phase a few years back and then kind of just got back into it a little bit over, I don't know, a year and a half ago.
Right.
And so I was pumped about last year's. And I woke up at I'm not an early morning person. So Saturday morning, I was over here the night before.
Oh yeah.
I think I woke up at
that'll do it.
I think I got out of bed at like 10:30 and got to the store and I was like, there ain't gonna be nobody there. There was like 100 people wrapped around the fucking store. Well, actually, not really wrapped around, but like inside and kind of getting in the door because it was such a small place, and it was crazy.
But you went straight like dollar record style
I racked up on dollar records
because they did a special. They were doing 4 for $1.
The best values I got that day, though. I don't know if it was by coincidence. I got that Pink Floyd "Wish You Were Here" I got for 25 cents.
Oh my god,
that was mispriced. It had to be or whatever, but
because you said it's in pretty good shape,
it's in
right?
really good shape, playable shape. The outside cover's a little iffy, but it sounds great.
That's weird, man.
Yeah, so
Great.
I found a lot of like good stuff last year. I think I ended up with like 50 or 60 records for 25.
But it's a good day for all the local record stores, and I'm sure everybody's going to rack up. And that's cool, man.
I just chose to go tonight instead, because the store we go to in Greensboro, he's got everything out. He's not holding used stuff.
I was talking to Steve today. He can't be here with us this evening, but he said we both agree that the day we like to go to the store is we like to go to Friday, the day before record store day, and you can hook up on what they've pre-stocked for record store day, but not the stuff they're keeping back to put out. Because I'm not going to go buy a bunch of new records on record store. I mean,
no,
you know,
and it's became more commercialized in that sense.
I didn't recognize a lot of the bands.
I didn't either.
But a couple of things I will mention. There's a Hawkwind record I would really be stoked in picking up. There's a Slayer 7-inch
I heard
out there.
about that.
There's some Sun Ra stuff that's been released, and we were talking on the chat earlier with the Metal Theologian. I don't own any Sun Ra, and that's a big hole in my collection, in my opinion. I'd like to have a lot of Sun Ra, and I don't have any. So, you know, I'm not going to run out and spend a bunch of money because it is record store day. You know,
or wait in a line. That's the thing. That was the thing I had the hardest time with last year. I had this 30-pound stack of records.
Yeah.
And I had to stand in a line for like 45 minutes last year to pay for them.
I said it last year. I'll say it again this year. Mikey Bananas does not stand in lines.
Yeah. So that was the worst part.
Yeah. But, you know.
Go support your local record store.
Go support your local record store.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, why wouldn't you do that? Well, you looked up earlier, Jay, the things that have happened in musical history today.
Yeah.
And a great little tidbit, which is like, no, I was going to make a very crass joke there, and I decided against it.
Okay.
But you said something about Michael Jackson, which made me wish we'd pulled out a little Thriller or something earlier.
We can do it after the show.
We can do it after the show. This is the day that he caught his fucking hair on fire, right?
He had surgery for it today, which I'm assuming means he caught it either the morning of or the day before.
Was he shooting a Pepsi commercial?
Yeah, that was what was going on.
That was the
trying
deal.
to find the year.
84? 85.
No, it looks like 2012.
No, come on, Jay. It's like 85.
He was dead in 2012.
I'm dead in 2012. You watching a ghost, folks.
Michael Jackson underwent surgery this day in 1984.
Oh, okay.
In LA hospital to
Right after
repair
Thriller
hair damage caught on fire during a Pepsi commercial. Yeah. This day in 1985, Wham became the first Western pop act to have a album released in China.
Really?
Yeah.
All I can say to that, Jay, is ching chong chow.
Not been a very
offensive. Is that too much?
No, it's just
crossing the line.
A very boring day in rock and roll.
That's a weird day.
Mark Tremonti from Creed and Alter Bridge has a birthday today, but
oh well, let's get on our knees and celebrate that bullshit.
Partying it up tonight.
Yeah, let me just pull my shirt off and cut off my nipple and send it to somebody I don't know in Idaho. I'll pull a random address. I'll send you a nipple in Idaho because it's a guy from Creed and Alter Bridge's birthday. That's what I'm about. If you ever didn't know what this show is about, I pretty much summed that up in one little story.
By the way, this program kills fascists. I saw this week on, it was MeTV or Antenna TV, about where that came from.
Woody Guthrie? That is Woody Guthrie
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
You see what I've done to his guitar there, though.
What? Well, I can't see. It's a distorted computer image. Say Grown Man Record Night on it.
And Mitchum over there in the
corner. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was a music channel, but yeah, they were talking about the killing fascists. Or not killing fascists. But,
my wife took sick and died on the kitchen floor, and I ain't got a home in this world anymore.
I'm not too familiar with that song, actually.
Look into it, Jay.
I do. I need to.
Let's look into
I
it.
expand my horizons in the off season.
See, we're spanning time here, Jay. We're just together here, spanning time.
What is time, though? You ever think about what is time?
It's all relative. I know that. Hey, let's talk a little bit about what we got into and played this evening. Some cool shit. Some shit I hadn't played in a while.
It's a good playlist tonight.
Yeah, it was a good playlist. I love when we mix it up. Some weeks I go back and I think about it, and I was like, man, I played a couple of records I played I played it a few weeks before or something like that, and I'm like, I've got so many damn records. I have no business doing that, but it's tough sometimes because I'll get something stuck in my craw. Or something I just want to hear, and it's hard for me to not to.
You played this first one recently.
Pseudo recently, perhaps.
I remember we talked about that, didn't we?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe it was on that same date that we listened to this, or it was the very same day. That's what it was. I think it was.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is one of those. I don't remember that I played it so early, and we're talking about I'm a huge Gary McFarlane fan in the jazz realm of things, and they released some great stuff on the Verve. This is a live album. Norman Schwartz presents Gary McFarlane Profiles. It's a mono copy. Pretty damn early, if I do say so my damn self. And this is in great shape. Paid a little bit of loot for this at a establishment. I don't remember. Some time ago. Man, what a cool cat. Died of poisoning, Gary McFarlane did.
I don't know.
He was poisoned. Which is interesting because one of the LPs that I have, the Soft Samba album, actually includes a cocktail recipe inside, and that's how he ended up dying. Somebody poisoned his ass. It's a very unique story.
I'll have to read that story.
That's really, but the story is like that big on Wikipedia. It's tiny. He was like, he released this, that, and the other album. He was very revered in the jazz community, and he was poisoned in his death, and blah, 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 blah. Like, what?
Sounds like there's some research to do.
Because I just looked it up one day to be like, oh, well, is he still alive? What's he doing? It's like, oh, he was poisoned.
A lot of those old jazz singers, had weird deaths.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to give away my own ideas, but I'm sitting here thinking about this. Gary McFarlane's one of those cats you may want to... a nice biopic, a nice documentary would be... maybe,
oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll patent that while you can.
Yeah. Check that out. What label's that on, Jay?
Impulse, I believe.
Impulse?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great Impulse record. A nice thick card.
It's a good Impulse buy.
Well, it was an Impulse buy.
That's like a freaking hardback book.
Yeah, it's terrific.
It's such a generic. That sounds like just a baseball player.
Who?
Gary McFarland. Bats thirds for the Pirates.
Clark Terry's on there. Who else is on there? Bill Barry.
Bill Brookmeyer.
Bill Brookmeyer.
Sounds like a coach.
Come on now, Blue. Step up there, be a big stick now, Red.
Coach Brookmeyer, lay off. Let's see.
Come on now, Blue.
Bob Northern. That's an old name, too.
You missed a good game back there, huh? Shit. First place.
All right.
Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
Write that down. I've never been able to say that on the program before.
No, they're good, though. They'll be the first place a lot this year, I believe.
Oh, man, I've been jamming this on my
iPad.
My phone this week. My phone. What my auxiliary
Your
chain.
Walkman.
Eric Burden and the Animals is one of those greats of. And I played side one of this one. This is the greatest hits of Eric Burden and the Animals. Played River Deep, Mountain High, San Francisco Nights, Year of the Guru, anything in Monterey.
I like that record.
Smoking. You don't like this, you don't like rock and roll. Do me a favor, go to your local downtown area, find the biggest building that you have in your area, jump off of it. You don't like rock and roll. That's a great rock and roll record.
Yeah. Eric Burton was a very versatile guy. Genres, he spanned genres.
Speaking of which, we've mentioned recently here, Jay, off the air, of course. The Melvins are coming here in
July 3rd, I believe.
And we talked about Rush is coming in like a month.
Yeah. A lot of big Stones are coming. Not that that's in the same
Stones
category.
are coming.
Van Halen's.
Van Halen.
That's later on. But.
And I just heard, actually Steve texted me this week,
yeah.
War is coming.
To the Carolina Theater. I heard that last night.
Yeah. Steve said, he sent me a text and said, I'm going.
It's probably relatively cheap.
And then said, maybe. Which is something I would say.
It's probably relatively cheap at the Carolina Theater.
I would
think $20 probably.
It's probably more than that, but I bet it'd totally be worth it. Totally. How about a little? This was a dig of the week last week. Weather report. This is the self-titled. I got this for $2, man.
Nice.
On Columbia, and this thing was weird. Jay made a correlation to Zappa. Said it almost sounded like a Zappa or a Mother's record, and it was. It was much further out there than I expected this record to be, for sure. But it was
for what you paid for it, though.
$2, man. Smoking. If you don't have that guy and you run across it fairly decent price, for Christ's sakes, pick it the Christ up. Christ!
They look like pretty cool cats, too.
Yeah, I bet they'd have a good time. I bet they'd be friends of mine.
They didn't do any drugs.
No. Shit, no. Hugs, not drugs, baby.
Exactly.
You don't need drugs to be dope.
They never got in that van.
I should credit Laurie Meadows for that one, right?
There's no hope in dope.
No, you don't need to be drugs to be. You don't need drugs to be dope.
I don't know. Did she coin that one?
She coined it. No, she didn't coin it, but she says it.
You ever think about the people that coin phrases? Like, who are these people?
I've coined shit. I've coined, Jay.
You think about
professional coiner over here.
Well, you think about like the famous people in America, like, like who's the guy?
Dierks Bentley.
Like, who's the guy that came up with the word ass?
Well, let me tell you something now.
Like, that's a hero. Well, not a hero, but he should be famous.
I said way before it was popular off the meat rack, and I think we've talked about this on the program.
Yeah, we talked about it. Well, me and you talked about it a few weeks ago, because I had a saying that I was saying a lot.
Stuart Scott pulled it out of the...
Yeah, he told me that.
Off the meat rack, this guy. Because I worked at Arby's, and we actually had a meat rack.
Yeah. He's dead.
He's dead, so I guess I win in the end, is what we're saying.
You outlived him.
Take that, Stuart Scott. Fuck you.
To your...
Mikey Bananas beat you.
That was so that was the most redneck thing I've ever heard you say.
Man.
Hey, fuck you.
I win.
It's like Brandy Arnold.
I win. He who lasts the longest wins.
I'm a winner.
Woo! Speaking of just...
Ole Anderson. Damn, I'm good.
Damn, I'm good.
He had that t-shirt that said...
Yeah. So tight. Speaking of pulling your willy out and just letting everybody know you're something about it, a little mountain climbing. Woo! Baby. I played side 2 of mountain. Man, I love some damn mountain.
Yeah.
And what a better mountain record than the climbing record, for sure.
This was their big one.
Man, that's...
I thought this sounded a lot like Cream. We mentioned earlier.
Yeah, it's got some Cream vibe to it, but it's, man, thick and nasty. It's one of those Godfather records that a lot of people attribute to... kind of spawning that along with Black Sabbath and other things like the stoner rock, desert rock kind of sound.
Yeah.
Low tuned.
Kind of like Soundgarden, you know.
But yeah, I mean, I can see that. This is like that. It's like that classic loud amp sound that's overdriven and then fuzzy and like maybe not the singing part of it.
I think it's a northern ZZ Top.
I could see that. Not as bluesy though.
Well, it's more northern.
Okay,
like,
all right.
You know, it's not from the south. I mean,
see where you're going with it.
He was on. But,
spill that
no,
all
that's
over.
condensation.
No, just
but
condensation.
Wesley West was. Did you see him on that metal show about a year ago?
No, I didn't.
You know what I'm
Is
talking
he the
about?
fat one?
Yeah, he's got diabetes. He's got his leg cut off.
Well,
Sugar diabetes.
he shouldn't have damn ate so many sugar daddies.
And but yeah, he's really fat now. He's really.
Is
really
he the fat one from the West Bruce and Lane cover?
Yeah. He's like Andre the Giant, but but like not 8 feet
No,
tall.
Andre the Giant was badass. He looks like fucking Jonas Hill or whatever.
Yeah.
He was a fat man.
But yeah, I don't think he does music anymore. He was on there with what's the foreigner guitar player? Mick Jones.
Yeah.
They're really good friends. They were in a band together. He was in the Leslie West band. Mick Jones played guitar in. Actually, I've got that. Found that LP on record store day last year. Actually.
Really? That was one of your quarter records?
Quarter records. It's not in the best shape. But.
That's pretty decent. You got a good cheapo coming up that was a lot better than I thought it was. But that's a deep tease.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not so deep. Because after that record, we played T-Model Ford, man. Don't get out talking it. This is a Fat Possum joint. It's a 10-inch that I picked up, and this thing sounds amazing. Man, T-Model Ford. If you've never seen the movie, You See Me Laughing. You need to check that out to know about Fat Possum and this deep South Mississippi blues. Terrific record.
It's a bunch of angry men.
But having a good time.
Blues.
And I was telling Jay earlier off the air, my favorite T-Model Ford story from that was he was talking about he was in this club playing something, whatever, and he was beefing with this guy, and this guy come up to him and he said he felt him. He hit him or something. T-Model Ford pulled his blade out of his pocket, and he ran it into this guy. You know? Or maybe he shot him. I can't remember. Maybe the guy stabbed him and then he pulled out a pistol. And he said, I can't remember if it was stabbing or shooting. It's going to drive me crazy.
This is a good story.
He's like, I just aimed to shoot the motherfucker. The dying was between him and the Lord. I think that's one of the best quotes.
It's a good line.
Ever. Because it's, and he was very honest about it. It seemed like an honest statement. Like, no, look, I just knew I had to shoot him because that's what we had to do.
And then the rest is up to him.
The rest is up to him and the Lord at that point.
Yeah.
It's out of my hands.
That's good.
That's badass. That's some straight badassery. So check out, threw up in my mouth a little bit.
All right.
Foamy.
You need a
like sea
bucket.
foam.
You need a bucket over there to spit.
I've got a Castle Grayskulls down here.
Don't mess that thing up. That thing's worth some money.
No, I wouldn't throw up on Castle Grayskull. But yeah, You See Me Laughing. If you've not seen that documentary, look up You See Me Laughing. It's one of the best blues documentaries you'll ever see. Jay, tell me about this record.
I bought this today. I didn't know much about this particular record because, I mean, obviously, it's Robert Plant. I'm guessing by the year of 1982, I'm guessing it's maybe his first solo album. I don't have a clue.
I don't know.
I haven't done it. I bought records like an hour before I came over here tonight, so I haven't had a chance to research anything.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But there was two things I liked about it. Well, it had a few things going for it, I guess. A, it was Robert Plant. B, it was $1. Seal's on Swan Song. So
Okay.
I had to buy it.
Fair enough. And it wasn't. I've not really listened to this record. I think I've talked to Steve about this record before, but this was not bad. Definitely some '80s vibes going on.
Yeah, it's got a drummer by the name of Phil Collins that plays tracks
okay.
on it. And Cozy Powell also.
All right, all the Genesis fans, please take your penis off of my camera lens.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're doing right now.
But no, for $1 though, I couldn't.
It wasn't bad. Some songs were better than others, but it was definitely a pretty decent album.
Yeah.
Definitely worth
Better than I
picking up
thought
for
it'd be.
$1.
Absolutely.
Oh, totally worth $1.
I think there's a song on it that I haven't heard yet that might have been one of the hits, but I'm not sure.
This is how I'd help describe to Jay how I need to stop buying so many damn records, because this is something I picked up
This is worth every penny, I thought,
and I
though.
played aside, and then I stuck it in my shelf, and then I was looking for a great jazz record tonight, and I pulled this out. I was like, oh wait, because it's too much for me to keep track of. Donald Byrd, Taking Care of Business with Herbie Hancock. Now, if I remember correctly, this is the very first appearance of Herbie Hancock ever on an LP. It's got Pepper Adams, Jimmy Cobb, Layman Jackson as well on this album. And this is pretty early. And this is like a repress that came later. I know this was released under several, or at least a couple
like a late
different
70s
names.
repress or something like that.
I want to say it wasn't that late, but it's this has been released under a different names.
Gotcha.
But this is Herbie Hancock's first appearance on an LP.
Okay.
And this thing is smoking. Donald Byrd, Taking Care of Business with Herbie Hancock.
Yeah, it looks like the E.T. cover, kind of.
Entertainment Tonight?
No, like
it
flying
looks like
through
Sketches
the air.
of Spain, sort of.
That's what I thought it was when you pulled it out. Well, record.
But that's, man, I totally forgot how legit this record is.
Oh, that's very good.
Oh my God.
What year is the original?
It's in the
recording on this?
50s.
So we're talking like this could be like, I wouldn't say the birth of bebop, but this is early bebop though.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta fix my mic. Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear it over the damn shit, Jay.
All right, now it's fixed. Hopefully.
All right.
But no, this was. I didn't think it'd be beboppy, but it was. It's very good. TCB labels.
Taking Care of Business.
Have we ever been on the air?
Have we ever been on the air? What the hell happened?
Well,
How long was that?
somebody shoot us a message in chat land out there. And let us
Wow.
know.
Yeah, I don't know how long we've been off the air, but we're back.
Well, it'll be all right.
Oh, God.
We just made a fool of ourselves anyway for the last 30 minutes.
Probably. We were just talking about the first appearance of Herbie Hancock on that Donald Byrd album.
Yeah, it was very good.
I hope that was on here.
Are you recording?
I'm recording.
Okay, that's all you need.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Talk about something interesting, Jay, for a second.
You can talk about this next record?
You can if you like.
I like this one. It's Kraftwerk, Man Machine. I saw where Kraftwerk has reissued their stuff, apparently.
Really?
I was telling you about this earlier.
Yeah.
I was within a centimeter. This is one of the records. I don't know if you have like a favorite LP that you've always wanted that you just cannot find in a store, like a used LP. Not a holy grail, but something you've always said, well, if I find it, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
This is one of those records for me. And Cameraman actually got this from Goodwill.
Yeah, that's a Cameraman record. It was like nothing
for
him.
$1.
Yeah.
And I've offered to buy it many, many times for much more than $1, and he will not sell it to me.
That's probably smart. I mean, really.
And this is a Capitol press from 1978, I'm guessing. It's got a pubic hair in it.
It's got a pubic hair?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's probably the guy that owned it before Cameraman.
Or
But
it could be
anyway,
Cameraman's. I don't know.
It could be. I mean,
And we ain't here to
so.
we ain't here to judge about things and people. I'm trying to see where it left off before.
But that's kind of one of those. Is it just black?
You're black, Jay.
But
No, we're broadcasting. We're live.
no, I'm talking about the past
I'm talking about your past.
or the future. But
You were in a rap group,
called the past.
Dusty Lemons. That's a good rap. Oh, a good hip hop name.
Yeah, that's a country name, Dusty.
Dusty Lemons. That's a good country name. Okay.
When are we going to start writing country tunes, by the way?
We can do it, man.
We can sell them.
Yonder comes a revenuer.
Sell them to Jody Petty.
Talk about Jody Petty a little bit. No, get into it.
There's this guy
get into it.
That me and Mikey Bananas went to school with. Can I show his picture on there?
Do it, man.
All right, because you gotta like see what he looks like to kind of get the full.
Oh, totally.
The full gist of the story. But there's this guy that me and Mikey Bananas went to school with, and his name was Jody Petty. He was a model. He's a legit model.
What's his big claim to fame? I mean, let's be honest.
He was in the Ace of Base video, Don't Turn Around. He was the
Don't
guy
turn
walking.
around.
He was the guy walking down the beach, holding hands with a girl, if I'm not mistaken. They kind of got in a fight in the video.
Of course they did.
That was all the rage, back at our high school when he was in that. And so, and here's a picture of him, by the way. He's a legitimate model, and he happens to be cousins with one of our really good friends.
It's true.
They lived right across the street from each other, and he's one of these people. He played professional beach volleyball.
That's right.
Model.
That's right.
What a life, And now he's a country music singer, which is really weird because
He says we're not off long, guys. We wasn't off long.
Because
Keep going, Jay.
Oh no, and now he's a country.
No,
music
keep
singer.
going.
He's a country.
Talk
music
more about
singer. And I hate it because I follow him on Facebook, and he's talking about, I'm sitting down with so and so today writing a new song, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why do you have other people write your music for you?
It's the paradigm that was set up in that particular business. I mean,
I hate country. I wish Nashville would blow up.
No, come on now.
Well, there's only a few good things there. Jack White lives there, I think. But
Yeah.
other than that, I wish
A lot of good, but there's a lot of good songwriters that live there. That's the paradigm.
Songwriters, that's the thing. They're songwriters. They're not performers.
No.
All country music artists are puppets for songwriters. They're puppets for the people making money. That's all they are.
It's the paradigm that's been set up,
Don't
though.
want to sound like some 20-year-old that just watches too much I don't know. But anyway.
But I mean, I see your beef. Totally see
hate
your
it.
beef.
It's all what it's marketed as. It's not country. It's just because they live in Nashville.
I just saw where it's supposed to be the biggest award show ever, the American Country Awards or whatever.
Yeah.
And they showed a little clip of Luke Bryan,
Yeah.
and this is what he looked like. He had a microphone, and he was, and I'm like, you look like Fred Durst.
Yeah.
Why is this country music?
And it doesn't sound like country music to me is what you play on here. Like
Yeah, a little Waylon,
yeah,
a little
Williams,
Hank.
something like that. I mean, that's
Let's
country
play some.
music.
I want to hear some Waylon later.
That's great.
Shit.
So
Ain't gonna tell me about it.
it just gets my blood boiling when I hear people say, yeah, I'm with so and so writing a song today. Good for you.
Glenn Ballard. But there's a lot. The problem is in country music, it's a lot more transparent because the paradigm has been set up that way, as I mentioned. So like, it's very known that like I'm a singer and I'm working with a songwriter, and that's like I'm like, oh, cool, that's awesome. In rock music, that's a no-no. To ever mention your co-writer or the writer.
I think it's more, but it's more prevalent like R&B than it is.
No, it's there in rock, but
You just don't
nobody
hear about
mentions it. Because there's a guy named Glenn Ballard. He's a co-writer for Aerosmith, Alanis Morissette, a lot of other people.
Well, I could see.
But in
people writing
there's
songs for
Alanis
Aerosmith.
Morissette songs that are so personal and fueled and tribal.
Yeah.
But you got a dude sitting beside you that's going to help you squeeze it out.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a perfect example. It's like somebody helping you take a shit. If it's a real song, it's like a shit. You shouldn't have to worry about it. It just comes out, and then you deal with the aftermath. But if somebody's sitting beside
It's
you
like
and
an
helping
X-Lax.
you,
It's like an X-Lax.
I don't know. That's the way I see it. A good song comes out like a good shit, and you just deal with the aftermath.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
And I'm sure like you said, there's been lots that have done that, but I don't know. The country music thing just bothers me. I think country music people are so talentless.
I'm sure there's some good ones in there, but yeah. Let's talk about the last record we played. It was a request from Metal Theologian. He requested a Billy Cobham album that wasn't Total Eclipse, and so I pulled out Life and Times. And this Cobham is, let me see what, this is 76 on Atlantic. Original Shrink, smoking fusion record, dude.
Typical Billy Cobham.
Oh, man. Corn on the Cobham.
He plays too fast for me. Like, I can't keep up. Not that it's a bad thing to keep me from listening, but it's just so mind-blowing how fast
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And our good buddy Scotty Stricknon sent that DVD. I need to let you borrow, man, with Billy Cobham and George Duke.
I have a DVD player at the moment, but
God.
I could watch it somehow.
Laptop.
One day. Yeah, I do have a laptop. I do that.
You put it in that drive and it goes. Okay.
Send it to me on MP3. Let me watch it that way.
Yeah. Well, let's damn it.
Send me an email with it.
Send me an email. Oh!
That sounds like a David Hasselhoff song.
I know. Send me an angel. Yeah.
I don't know. It was big in Germany, whatever.
Rad. The movie Rad. Send me an angel.
Is that a skateboard movie?
BMX movie.
Oh, BMX movie. Is that one Nicole Kidman?
No, that's BMX Bandits.
Oh, Lord. I got to polish up on that stuff.
Jay.
Good
People
God.
are going to blast you now for not knowing Rad.
I'm sorry, man. I'm only 37. How old is the movie?
It's back in the 80s.
Oh,
Talia
man.
Shires of Mom.
Man.
Hal Needham directs it.
Worse.
Hal Needham from Smokey and the Bandit directs it.
Oh, wow. That makes me feel terrible.
Okay. Well, let's everybody just take a minute here. We're going to go into a dig of the week. This is going to be
Take a lap.
a rather unique dig of the week. Jay's got some records to talk about. And I got a few records that I didn't actually pick up this week, but a few things I want to mention.
I've got 5 or so.
Okay, why don't you do 2 or 3, Jay, and then I'll do a little something.
I won't go in any certain order, so I just picked these up tonight before I came in here. So,
and I'm gonna do. Jay, you want some pop off?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
Just like.
Then you got to hit it from the tip.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I'll talk about these two, and while you're talking,
Or you can be that guy.
Jefferson Starship. This is a Freedom at .0, or is it 0 or Zerd?
It looks Zero to me.
Oh, Zevo.
Cheers, everybody.
Okay. This was 1979. Jefferson Starship. So I haven't listened to it yet, so I have no clue what it sounds like as far as far as if it's the 80s Starship or is it like the more airplane
I'm not familiar with
Starship.
that.
We're talking though, the year it came out, it's most likely like 80s sounding.
Yeah,
Jefferson Starship. We built this city.
That was voted the worst song in rock and roll history, which is bullshit.
No,
Totally not.
there's much worse than that.
Of course there are. My slobber tastes good, Jay. Woo!
Woo!
Slobber tasting good. That's a good start to a damn good weekend.
Next record I bought though this is Rick Springfield, Living in Oz.
Okay. I'm not gonna hate on you, Jay.
No.
You explain it.
Well, I think this was recorded at Sound City. We love the Sound City documentary.
Sure.
And Rick Springfield's very big in that documentary. And actually I haven't looked yet. And I can look right now. Mixed at Sound City. Recorded at Sound City.
Nice.
So, I mean, it's cheesy 80s rock, but Rick Springfield has some good songs.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I think I've told this story before on the show, but
that's a cool picture, too.
Second grade. I wish I could find this. Second grade, we went to the book fair, and I don't know if for your older cast that remember having book fairs at schools. I went to the book fair at Allen J. Elementary, and I was digging through these books, and I found this book. It said Rick Springfield, and it was like
Australian heartthrob.
It was turquoise and had his picture, and the trim on the outside was like hot pink.
Yeah.
So it was turquoise and hot pink. And that is the sole freaking reason I bought it. I had no idea who Rick Springfield was. I was in second grade.
Right.
And I bought the book. So somewhere I have a second grade level bio pic
of Rick Springfield. Not many people could say that.
I can't find it. I've tried to look it up online. I need to find this thing. I know I didn't get rid of it. It's probably with all my Choose Your Own Adventure books. Bringing me to my next point. Anybody out there with any Choose Your Own Adventure books you want to get rid of and donate to Mikey Bananas, that's a thing I like to...
What was that?
Remember those Choose Your Own Adventure books? You'd be reading along, and it's like you walk up to the dragon's cave, If you want to enter the cave, turn to page 26. If you want to retreat, turn to page.
Have you looked for those?
I'm kind of looking for those.
Have you looked on eBay to see what they can just to get a ballpark? Or?
If you got some choose your own adventures you're not using, that's all I'm saying. It's my new thing. That and
Babysitter's Club. That's my new thing.
Babysitter's Club. It's a new thing. It's good stuff. What else you got, Jay? Do one more.
Okay.
How many more you got?
3.
Yeah, do one more, and I'll do 3.
This is one that you had that I've always been envious of you for.
This is some VCLT from Chris from Dixieland Farm, actually.
This is Stanley Jordan. What's the name of this? Magic Touch.
Yeah,
Recorded digitally, but this was $1. And these are all like either $1 or $2 records. Most of them are $1. This was a Blue Note in perfect condition, and to me, I told you this before. This label for $1, I wouldn't pass up.
Absolutely, and this one is a great example of why you don't, even though this is an '80s record.
And this is all covers, right? Eleanor Rigby, Freddie Freeloader, Around Midnight, All the Children. Peter Erskine on drums.
Huh, nice.
Yeah.
Cat is meowing like crazy.
Yeah. Should we let her out?
No.
All right, but yeah, so I picked that one up today for $1. And
okay, well,
very good
I didn't
shape,
actually pick up any records today, but I wanted to mention this. This is something I've kind of kept in my hip pocket here for a little while.
Okay.
Is you remember from Saturday Night Live, Phil Hartman?
I do.
Phil Hartman was great. He was also Troy McClure on The Simpsons. And he was also on Malcolm in the Middle. Sorry.
Oh, you're thinking of...
I'm sorry.
He was also in Seinfeld. And
I'm sorry.
And
I'm sorry. Everybody,
Breaking Bad.
Everybody, I'm sorry. But anyhow,
is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Brian
Cranston.
Yeah.
No. But so Phil Hartman.
I never thought about that before, actually.
They look a lot
Pretty
alike.
good. Yeah.
Funny guy, man. Tragically died. His ex-wife shot him in the face. It was something brutal. But something I didn't know until recently is he was a graphic designer early in life. And this is crazy. This is some crazy shit, man.
This is real life stuff now. This
after he graduated, he studied at Santa Monica City College, dropping out in '69 to become a roadie with a rock band, returned to school in '72, studied graphic design, developed his own graphic art business, and he developed album covers for over 40 bands, as well as doing some advertising for Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. But some of the stuff that he did album covers of, actual album covers, and was some stuff for America. This is America's Greatest Hits history. Phil Hartman from Saturday Night Live came up with that album cover.
Designed the cover.
He also worked a lot with Poco, and I've played this record not too long ago, Poco Legend. This is a Phil Hartman joint, man. A classic cover. Even if you don't like it, you've seen it 1,000 times digging, I'm sure.
Will
Rogers.
What's the comedian's name?
What? Will Ferrell.
Yeah, wears it in Step Brothers. He wears
He does. And probably the most famous of any of these that I could find, Asia. Steely Dan, designed by Phil Hartman. Wow. This cover that is probably has a coveted spot in your collection if you're any kind of damn record collector. That's a Phil Hartman design cover, man.
I heard Black Cow on college radio the other night, by the way. That was really weird.
Crazy. I'm almost scan through. Let's see what else is on here.
That America, though, that looks like... I always thought that was a country record for so long, just the way it looks.
Oh, yeah. This is some other Poco.
Oh, see the other Poco with the horseshoe on the front.
He did America's Silent Letter, 79.
He drew that?
No. America's Harbor, 1977, the later stuff. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Yeah. Fighting Clowns, the Firesign Theater. Firesign Theater. Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of, over 40 covers, but those right there, I noticed that those were the ones that were actually in my collection. And I'm kind of holding those back in my hip pocket to bring that out one of these nights to show you some stuff that Phil Look at that shit, man.
The late Phil Hartman.
The late Phil Hartman. Baller.
No wonder he did so many drugs.
Yeah, he was a druggie, man.
Creative.
Probably. He's a creative cat, and he designed some great album covers. So, hey, kudos to him.
But he was never a comedian. He was just an impressionist on that show, right?
Well, he did, after the graphic design thing, he ended up doing some a stint with the Groundlings, I think, in Chicago. Major comedy
Improv
launching ground.
Is it
For,
improv?
yeah, improv group for Tina Fey, Will Ferrell.
To a lot of SNL
yeah,
guys.
the Groundlings is legendary, of course, and he ended up there after this graphic design thing. So I guess creative cats are creative cats. And but that's so cool, man. And I've kind of kept that back. And there's probably everybody's like, everybody knows that. I don't know. I didn't know shit. So I'm telling you.
Speaking of comedians, have you been watching Letterman?
Not lately.
He's going off. He's going off.
He is going off very soon.
And it's like everybody, all of his big over the years guests are coming back to do their farewell. It's been really good.
I wish I was watching more of it because I know I'm going to regret it later.
Yeah, Tom Dreesen on last night, and him and Tom Dreesen are apparently around the same age.
Huh.
And they showed a picture. They had a Comedy Store basketball team that played back in the 70s.
Oh,
a recreational basketball. They showed a team picture. It was like a who's who of. It was like Jay Leno was in it. Jimmy Walker was in it.
Yep.
Tim Reed was in it.
Cameron Kent wrote for Jimmy Walker.
Yes. Tim Reed. I didn't know he was a comedian. He was in it.
Yep.
Letterman, a couple others. It was very, very funny.
What about Dierks Bentley?
No, he played guitar in it on somebody else's song.
Yeah, that's all right.
Somebody wrote a song and he played it.
What else you got, Jay?
Oh,
You got a few more records?
Yeah, I got a couple more. This is one I saw last week that I passed on last week for $2.
Yeah.
And I went back this week and said, hey, why not?
That's worth $2, man.
Fine Young Cannibals, the Raw and the Cook. Yeah, they had a couple hits. Good Thing was my favorite one they had, actually, of the two. But
that's a good feel-good record to put on,
yeah, it's probably not a very good record.
I mean, but,
you don't see stuff like this all the time, these 80s records.
Well, it was very, very eye-opening for me, I've told this a few times, like when I first started like hanging out in the 90s and drinking and staying up late and stuff. When we first started out the evening, we're all listening to like gangster rap and Slayer and heavy metal stuff. But by the time it's 2 or 3 in the morning, we're busting out Air Supply
put some
and
Feel Good
38
on.
Special, and that goes in that category.
Yeah,
so maybe we'll bust some of that out.
It's pretty cool, man.
Since I've been drinking a little pop-off, maybe we'll bust that out here in a little bit. What else you got there, Jay?
The last one I got, and I bought this off a total whim. I had no idea what I was buying. But it's by a group called Skinny Puppy.
Oh, yeah, man.
Tormentor is a 12-inch. Tormentor on one side and Bark Nature's Revenge on the other side.
That's like, what, 90?
I believe it is right around 90, actually. Yep, 1990. This is actually a Capitol Records release. I don't know how big they were.
Skinny Puppy is very industrial. Really the kind of the forefathers to what would be like a 9 Inch Nails type sound, I would say. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass, folks.
Yeah.
Don't hold me damn to it.
I just picked this up like
Shit.
4 or 5 hours ago, and I haven't looked it up yet. But it's in the original shrink with the promo.
Let's play it.
We'll play it after the show.
We'll play it.
But
We'll play the record.
And I'm assuming they're Canadian because it's got like a fan club Canadian address at the back. But another big reason I got this record was because the one was like Aqua.
Oh, hold
really,
that up,
really,
Jay.
really chill.
Get up there the camera.
Really chill for 99 cents. I mean, heck.
99 cents, dude.
Willikers. I mean,
that's pretty damn cool, man.
Pretty damn cool. You sound like Brian Satterfield when you say that.
Pretty damn cool. Hey, that's a great dig of the week, man.
So,
I tell you what can top this? Hey, we got some shit coming up for So to Speak, and Chip Chat's gonna blow your damn mind.
blow your damn mind, not
Blow
just
your
your
damn
mind.
I tell you what, hang out here with us on Grown Man Record Night, and we're gonna be back in just a quick little second. So everybody just stay you damn.
Huh? It's a good reverb.
It's a good
The
reverb.
digital.
We'll start off with a little special treat from Steve Fever, and then we'll be back in a minute.
I didn't use my antiperspirant yesterday, and I may not today because I feel really dry, even though I perspire heavily. The reason, Mitchum, a spray powerful enough for problem perspiration. With Mitchum, I can even skip a day and remain dry. You can feel the power of its exclusive spray, yet Mitchum is buffered to be mild. Mitchum, in scented or unscented spray, and in cream, liquid, or stick. Mitchum, for problem perspiration. I didn't use my...
Feeling good, fun time, playing in the sunshine, family or daytime. Wow, what a great time! Everybody playing putt golf fun. Everybody playing putt golf. When it's good time, party time, even over daytime, fucking time, fun time. It's a hole-in-one time. Everybody playing putt golf fun. For the fun of it, putt golf time. Everybody playing putt golf.
Hey, gang, getting a little bored with Oprah, Phil, and Johnny, huh? We'll try it this on for size. Great, shut up and let me answer the shut up. I'll insult everything but your intelligence.
Weeknights at 11, only on 31 UHF.
You ever watch The Medal?
And that's why they call him the envelope.
It's a great story. You ever watch The Medal one of Morton Downey Jr. when they had like Scott Ian and Johnny Z on there?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. That's on YouTube.
Morton Downey is...
He was a funny kid.
There's a documentary on Netflix about him.
Is there really?
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's called The Evocateur.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
Are you
seriously.
serious?
Yeah, I just watched it. It's great.
I bet that is really good, actually. He's
Yeah.
a fascinating... Wait, is he dead?
Yeah, he is dead. He died
Okay.
of lung cancer.
Okay,
He
he's
smoked
a
like 4 packs of cigarettes a day.
Fascinating person, though. Like,
Yeah, he is.
well, he faked that whole thing in the airport bathroom. That kind of like
Yeah,
killed his career. But
he's a little too drawn to media.
the
But
show was pretty good, though.
yeah, I love the show. I remember watching that. My dad used to work like 2 to 11.
Yeah.
So I can specifically remember like Sunday, weeknights during the summer. You know, when you're out of school.
Yeah.
But you're old enough to appreciate free time and bullshitting, but you're too young to really hold down a job.
Yeah.
When you're like
13-ish.
13,
Yeah.
14 years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
And so I remember, like, you know, watching Nick at Night, and I was just like, oh, I'm going to eat the chocolate cake, and then I'm going to eat some Viennes, and I'm going to make some popcorn, and then I'm going to, you know.
Your
like,
parents didn't care. at that
Yeah, right.
You could eat a cookie before dinner.
Right. But I mean, my dad would get home at 11 sometimes, and I would get up, and my dad would come home, and he's sitting there, you know, eating a little supper and whatever. And me and him would sit there and watch some Morton Downey Jr. Like
What time?
It's like 11:30,
Yeah.
like after the
yeah.
news.
I remember. Yeah.
It was great.
Yep.
Those were good times, and I don't know, it evokes
But it
a
was such a
certain.
bad show at the time. Like as far as bad, like bad TV, like junk TV.
Bad for everybody.
Junk TV.
Yeah,
at the
totally.
time, like,
But it, you know,
and it still is kind of holds up to.
it's one of those
junky
things that
TV.
proves where we're at as a society. We can pretend all we want, but as long as you can produce something like that or Maury or something, it proves where we're at in society.
That was like a
You
Jerry
can't
Springer.
hide from that.
It was like a Jerry Springer, but it was real.
Right. That's like George Carlin said. Is like, as much as people bitch about our politicians and whatever, they're a fair representation of the American people because that's the best we got.
Yeah.
That's the best we got.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of idiots and assholes, and that's a fair representation.
But he's a smart guy. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Anyhow. All right, let's talk about a little so to speak, baby.
So to speak,
So
baby.
to speak. And we got a little Kmart soda we're going to start out with here
Okay.
now. Now, we did a Kmart Cola a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. It was,
This is a
pretty high
Kmart.
up on the list. Right?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't too bad. This is a Kmart. It's called Smart Sense, they
Okay.
call it, because apparently you have to have Smart Sense to drink
To go to Kmart.
store brand root beer. But this is their version of the root beer, a Kmart root beer. There's jokes in there, baby. There's
Kmart root beer.
Kmart root. There's got to be jokes in there. So let's see what this tastes like. I'm not going to lip all over this guy.
Yeah. Do you remember the soda?
You like
soda
a root
fountain?
beer?
Yeah. Do you remember the soda fountain at Kmart though?
Oh, yeah.
Like where they had the hot dogs?
Oh, yeah. And the deli sandwiches.
Yeah.
And the Slurpees. And the Ices right behind me. That's okay. It's not outstanding.
It tastes like an average, very average.
That's
root beer.
average. But you
Not
catch
bad. I mean,
No, it's not
by
bad.
any
You ca-
means,
and
but-
if you're pretty hip to the corn syrup type sodas, you catch this bitch on sale, jump all over it, man.
Yeah, not bad. I mean,
I wouldn't pay out the yang for
for
it.
a 12 pack of that, I mean, it's for your value. What do your value sodas cost? Like $2 for a 12 pack, $2.25 for a 12 pack,
Catch them. You catch them.
$2.50,
$3. $3, but you catch them.
Okay,
Catch 'em on sale.
I paid between $2.50 and $3 for that for a 12 pack.
Yeah, a lot of sugar.
Not bad. It's an average store soda. I mean,
Yeah, that's an average store soda. I don't know. Smart Sense, root beer, Kmart. I don't know. Okay, I picked this one since Steve Fever is not here tonight.
Right.
Steve Fever is one thing you need to know as a viewer of Grown Man Record Night. Is Steve Fever hates coconut.
Okay.
He's not a fan of
I'm sorry to
coconut.
hear that.
Okay, he doesn't care for it. I don't know where this came from, but I
That's
know.
because he's racist.
Bam, bam. Start the whole show over. 3,
Sorry.
2,
We can edit that out,
1.
right?
Edit. Right there.
We'll go back and edit that out.
I don't remember who brought this for us, but it's a coconut soda, and I knew Steve would
It
not.
looks exotic. Is that from the United States?
No, I don't think so, man.
I'm gonna say that's
Steve would not be cool with this, so I figured what a more perfect time to do this.
He's not cool to the scene.
Let's see. Contains carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup. Boo.
I'm
natural
assuming it's like coconut water with carbonation.
Probably so. It doesn't seem to be. Seems to be domestic. So let's give it a shot. I don't know. I don't know nothing about it.
Anheuser-Busch product.
Costa Rica
Put
is
alcohol
the
in
name.
it and market it.
Let's hold that guy up. This is the featured soda, so let's hold that guy up.
It's got a cat hair on it.
Is it?
Yeah.
It probably
It's
came
all
off
good,
of my
though.
fingernail.
It's all good.
Costa Rica. It's a coconut soda.
Costa Coca.
Costa. I feel like I'm saying that a lot.
Here, I'll taste it first. How about that?
Okay. You can do that, Jay.
Doesn't have a taste to it. There's literally no taste to that.
Literally no taste of
There's
that.
no taste to that whatsoever.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see if it'll think.
It tastes like water.
Oh my God! It totally does.
Seriously, like, is that a bad batch?
That doesn't taste like anything.
No, it's weird. Like
Maybe-
we're not bullshitting.
We're
you,
not
I mean,
bullshit.
That's like,
Maybe it's because we drank this store brand root beer right before it,
yeah.
and it sweeted our mouth on out of it. That doesn't taste like anything.
Tastes like
It's
water.
empty set.
Steve would have liked that actually.
It's a.
So anyway, I wouldn't pay
Empty
money.
set.
I wouldn't pay money for that.
I wouldn't pay designer prices for that.
No, Lord, no.
Maybe I'll try this again in the morning or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. That doesn't taste like anything,
Coco Rico.
dude. Seriously.
Puerto Rico.
Okay. Easy. using
Distributed by Good O Beverages out of the Bronx.
Using that in a
Did Boss
pejorative
Man
way?
do this?
Perhaps. I don't know. I don't know where that
You
came
might have
from.
got it in New York, maybe.
New York.
Because it's distributed out of the Bronx.
New York.
Which it could be.
We call it Subway
North-
Soda because it comes
Northeast
from New York. Meow.
I hear the cat.
I hear the cat in the background. Hey, let's go to a little chip chat, folks. What the hell we waiting on?
Chip, chat,
wait.
chat.
Waiting on a bunch of damn shit.
You need a dancing woman for the chip chat.
Let's talk about this first. Jay.
You told me to pick one at random. So I
Yeah,
just
what
picked
what
one.
is this here?
This is a cheddar sour cream by Laura Lynn, which is, I know we did a Laura Lynn. Oh, it's Ingles. We did one a couple weeks ago.
We did a couple last
Oh,
week.
last
or-
week,
last
yeah,
week,
yeah.
another Ingles. What did we do last week? Which one
Oh, God, I don't remember. It was good, whatever it was, though.
was it?
But this is cheddar and sour cream. No, that's not what it is.
That's from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. But
Nope, I shouldn't have done that.
yeah, I'm gonna drink something.
That was from a couple. I shouldn't have done that.
This is an English chip, but what's really cool about it though is it's got on the back. It's got some recipes to make your own dip. It's got a cheddar dip and a Philadelphia dip.
Oh.
Laura Lynn apparently makes more than chips. They make cream cheeses.
Okay.
I guess this is the store brand of Ingles that does everything, I guess.
And Ingles is out of where? Where's Ingles out of?
Asheville.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the hub?
There's one in Thomasville.
But the hub of them is Asheville?
I know, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, there you go. Ingles, Asheville, North Carolina.
Okay. I'll take it.
So, it's a big West. I lived in Asheville briefly years ago. And
Yeah.
Ingles was very prevalent there. So
That's cool.
it's like the food line of Asheville.
Bust some bitches open. Let's see what it's all about.
So, I gotta be careful. I broke a tooth today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Very flavored. A little bit horseradish almost at very first bite.
Tangier than most cheddar and sour cream chips, which is a popular flavor combination, obviously.
Almost got a horseradish bite when you first lay your tongue on it.
I think that's a potato, actually.
Dude,
That's
vinegarish.
Yeah. That's what it is.
What role does vinegar play in potatoes? Is it preservative or something like that?
It can help blanch the potato.
Okay.
Keeps them from spoiling immediately.
Okay.
Mmm.
Good.
Good chip.
Yeah, very good.
Ingles is doing it right now.
That one we had a couple weeks ago was really good. It might have been last week. I think it was last week with the boss man here.
Yeah, that's good
So,
stuff.
so apparently Laura Lynn knows what they're doing.
Speaking of Chip Chat, folks, we have a little bit of breaking news this evening. Last night here in our area, Snoop Dogg played a show.
Yeah.
Like 4,000 people were there. And I got a little inside information as to what Snoop Dogg required in his hotel room.
Okay.
And what the...
A lot of liquor.
No. What these things involved was a flat screen that was larger than 42 inches, HDMI ports that work. I think there's some kind of candy, perhaps. But the major thing that we want to talk about here, barbecue potato chips. And I can't 100% confirm this, but I kind of can. Requested Lay's. He's a main brand kind of guy, it seems like. So he wanted some Lay's barbecued chips in his room.
He needs to watch a show. He might can learn a thing or two.
That's okay though. There's nothing wrong with Lay's barbecue. That's a legit chip for sure. Everybody knows that.
That's the original.
That's the OG, baby. And when it comes to OG, I mean,
he is the OG.
He is the OG. So perhaps that's a proper combination. I don't know.
What hotel you stay at?
I can't get into that information.
The Days Inn?
That's not something I'm
Days Inn.
ready to divulge.
The Days Inn on Industrial Avenue?
See, I've learned from how cops respond to questions. That's not anything that we want to get into at this particular time. Okay. You can check back with us later, and we may have something further to divulge on the situation. But right now...
Let's just tweet it after the show.
Right now, that's all I'm willing to say about this particular situation.
Listen, I'll tweet it, GMRN_J after the show.
Yeah, do it. Go sign up for it. It's a good chip.
I just did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Cameraman brought us these from the road last time he came into town.
Yeah. Cameraman needs to come back.
Brim's tortilla chips. They're Brim's. I mean, what do you want? They're Brim's.
They're made out of fish.
Brim Hall Foods Company, Bartlett, Tennessee. It's a tortilla chip.
He must have stopped at Tennessee on his way back from Wilson.
That's what happens. But I'm going to use this opportunity to promote one of my favorite condiments, folks. And if you look in the Mexican section of your local groceria...
That's racist.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is there something less offensive we can use in the term Mexican?
Central American.
Hernandez, which is a great brand. This is a salsa verde, which is one of my favorite things to eat. And I don't think Jay's ever had
I
salsa
have no
verde.
clue what this is.
Salsa verde is a salsa typically made from tomatillos rather than regular tomatoes.
Okay.
Now the Brim's chips taste a lot like
Wow, what flavor is this?
salsa verde,
No, I'm talking about spices wise.
tomatillos.
That's good.
Yeah,
Got a
man.
little kick to it.
Yeah.
It's good.
What's your favorite Mexican restaurant around here, Jay?
Well, I don't really have one. They're all the same. I mean, La Hacienda, I guess, but
You can request this.
that's good stuff.
Because if you, when they bring your chips and your salsa, a lot of Mexican restaurants, you can say, hey, can you bring some salsa verde? They'll bring this for free. And even better, this means that, remember Vinny Testaverde? Mm-hmm. His name was actually Vinny Greenballs. That's what this equates to. Vinny
Hey, Vinny Greenballs, hey!
Vinny
Bobbity boopy, hey!
Vinny Greenballs. But yeah, this is my favorite.
That's good stuff, though.
Some of them are really, really hot.
Okay. So it doesn't say on the bottle usually how hot it is. It's just kind of they make it how they want to make it.
I've never really bought a hot one in a bottle.
Yeah.
Great condiment, folks. Chip. Let me explain what this chip tastes like.
It's not bad.
To me, this chip tastes like when you go to a high school football game and you get nachos and they give you that little clear plastic bag of corn tortilla chips.
Good.
They taste like this.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. It'll leave a little bit to be desired. I'm not going to say this is the best corn tortilla chip I've ever had.
It's like somebody that took a batch of salt and like made a tortilla chip inside of it.
Right. But these are not supposed to be boutique chips.
They're good. I mean,
They're just good chips.
and
I don't
cameraman probably didn't pay an arm and a leg for
No,
it.
it was like a convenience store chip. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So anyhow, we're going to wrap that up.
Wrap it up.
I'll take it. Wrap it up. Okay. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us for Grown Man Record Night. Another great record night. I love all of you. And I appreciate everybody joining us on our YouTube channel where we can get down and dirty every week. Keep up with us on the Facebook page. And shit hell damn for all your long distance needs. Trust Alf and Hulk Hogan 10-10-220 up to 20 minutes 99 cents.
Hell of a deal.
It's a hell of a deal. That's what you're going to want to do. And if you punch in GMRN before you dial your long distance code, you get an extra 5% off while supplies last. So be sure to do that.
Oh, I was going to say go to Amazon and type in GMRN in the promo code and you get an extra 10% off your purchase.
Yeah. Probably.
Kind of try it.
You can try it. Everybody try it.
Happy birthday, Richard Pegram.
His back looks like a chalkboard. Hey, everybody. We'll catch you next week for a brand new Grown Man Record Night where we're live every damn Friday night. We appreciate each and every one of you. So I appreciate, we're sitting here by our damn selves this evening. Me and Jay are by ourselves. This is kind of weird. So we appreciate you, and we're going to jam some records here coming up. So stay tuned to all our live cats, man. And we appreciate all of you for hanging with us, sticking with us, being with us. Grown Man Record Night 2015. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
You bunch of mothers.
Bye.